University. That is big trouble. Wow, what a battle. And they are lighting it up on this platform. Sold out crowd, got the money's worth today.
All right, bars are loaded on both platforms. Platform 1, Michael Perez is the lifter, opening up at 231 pounds. And on platform 2, it is Faisal Almethan of the University of Missouri, Kansas City, opening up at 407. Michael Perez is from Cal State Fresno. He's a Bulldog. That is a good lift, 2-1. Jaden Borja, next lifter on 1, opening at 303. He is a UNLV lifter. Faisal's lift was good. We move on to Nicholas Smith of Indiana. Bar is loaded at 407. Bar is loaded, platform 1. The lift is good for Nicholas Smith. We move on to Daniel Jackson, platform 2 of St. Joseph's University. 407 opener for Daniel Jackson. The lift is good for Jaden Borja on 1. Christopher Tyra will be next of Marquette University. Platform 1, 330 pounds. Bar is loaded, platform 1. Daniel Jackson makes quick work of 407. We move on to Luke Dijon of Kennesaw State University, opening up at 418. Bar is loaded on 2. Christopher Tyra blows his opener away. It is a good lift. We move up to 336. For Jack Cook of Cal State Fresno. Bar is loaded on 1. The lift is good for Luke Dijon. Next lifter is Noah Heath, platform 2, opening up at 418. Bar is loaded. He is Ottawa University, Kansas lifter. Tremendously easy lift for Jack Cook. Next lifter on one is Jackson Lee, UNLV lifter. Opening up at 396, platform 1. Bar is loaded on 1. The lift for Noah Heath is good. We move up to Connor Bugrath. Connor is opening at 440. He is from Georgia Tech. You are watching the 83 kilo lifter class. The lift for Jackson Lee is good. Next up, Hunter Rowe, platform 1, opening at 402. Bar is loaded. He is from Kennesaw State University. No lift for Connor on 2. Next up, Gavin Stinson of Carson Newman University. Opening up at 457. The lift for Hunter Rowe is good. We now call Miles the Outlaw to platform 1. Opening up at 407. Lift for Gavin Stinson is good. Bar is loaded on 1. Dylan Sapp is the lifter on 2 at 474. Miles Outlaw represents the Ohio State University, while Dylan Sapp is an Ottawa University, Kansas lifter. Quick lift for Miles. It is a good lift. Kwai Fan will be the next lifter on 1. Opening weight 440 pounds. The lift for Dylan Sapp is good. Bar is loaded on 1 for Kwai Fan of the University of North Florida. Jalen Dumas. Bar is loaded on 2. He is from Greenville University. Opening weight for Jalen 479. That is a good lift for Kwai and a good lift for Jalen, who went deep. Next lifter on 1, Danny Hashampour of Indiana University, 451 opener. Liam Zuffoletti, the lifter on 2. Bar is loaded, both platforms. Liam opens up at 485 from Ottawa University, Kansas. The lift for Liam is good, 2-1. Next up, Aiden Collins, platform 2. Good lift for Danny Hashampour on 1. We move on to Cole Browder, platform 1. Opening at 463. Bar loaded, both platforms. Cole is from Greenville University. Aiden Collins is from University of Northwestern Ohio. Easy lift for Cole Browder. We now call Dominic Lorenzi to platform 1. The lift for Aiden is good. Next up over there, Randall Delgado opening at 496. While 485 is loaded and ready on 1. Bars loaded both platforms. Randall Delgado is from Ottawa University, Kansas. Dominic Lorenzi from University of Nevada, Reno. If you like what you see, let them know, folks. Get behind them. Good lift for Dominic. And a no lift for Randall Delgado. Michael Perez will start round 2 on platform 1. On 2, we need Jackson Hingst. Jackson is opening at 501. He is an Ottawa University, Kansas lifter. Michael Perez starts off round 2 at 248. Bars are loaded, both sides. Lifts are good on both platforms. We're ready for round 2 on platform 2. We begin with Faisal Almathan at 429. Jaden Borja is the lifter on 1 at 325. Bar is loaded on 2. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jaden Borja. 325. Nine. Bar is loaded, platform 1. Want to say thank you to A7 for presenting this event. Demand greatness with A7. Good lift on platform 2 for Luke Dijon. Nicholas Smith is up next. Bar is loaded with 440 pounds. Hey, don't forget about Top Set Media for all your photo and video needs. Top Set Media, best in the game. Good lift for Christopher Tyra. We move on to Jack Cook at 369. Nicholas Smith stands up with 200 kilos, gets the lights. Noah Heath will be our next lifter on 2 at 451. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jack Cook at 369. That is a good lift for Jack Cook, 3 white lights. Our next lifter on one is Hunter Rowe. Second attempt squat at 424 pounds. He is from Kennesaw State University. While on platform 2, we have Noah Heath taking 451 for a walk. Bar is loaded on 1 for Hunter Rowe. That is a no lift for Noah Heath. Daniel Jackson up next on 2. Bar is loaded with 451. Hunter Rowe comes up with a 424. It is a good lift. Our next lifter on platform 1 is going to be Jackson Lee of UNLV. Second attempt squat, 429. That bar is loaded. Daniel Jackson locks out a 451 and gets 3 white lights on platform 2. We move on to Connor Barrett, platform 2, 474 pounds. He is from Georgia Tech. Bar is loaded on 2. The lift for Jackson Lee is good, 2-1. We move on to Miles the Outlaw. Second attempt squat, 429. That bar is loaded for Miles. He represents the Ohio State University. No lift for Connor Barrett. Somebody clap their hands for the A7 spotters and loaders. Hardest working crew here. Gavin Stinson, next lifter on 2. Bar is loaded at 485. $429 is a good lift for Miles Outlaw. Kwai Fan will follow at 474. Platform 1. Good lift for Gavin Stinson. Bar is loaded on 1. Dylan Sapp will follow on 2 at 496. Bar is loaded on platform 2. That is a good lift for Kwai Fan. Platform 1, we move on to Cole Browder of Greenville University. Cole is taking 479. 3 white lights for Dylan Sapp on 2. Bar is loaded on platform 1 for Cole Browder. We are ready for Randall Delgado on platform 2 at 496. Three white lights for Cole Browder. Danny Hashampur, next lifter on 1. Second attempt squat at 496. That is a no lift for Randall Delgado on 2. Jalen Dumas will be next. Bars are loaded on both platforms. Jalen Dumas taking a 501. The Indiana University coach knows what's up. 3 white lights. Great lifting for Danny Hashampur. Dominic Lorenzi will follow at 5:07, platform 1. Bar is loaded on 1. Easy attempt for Jalen Dumas. No question on that depth. Aiden Collins will follow, platform 2, 5:18. Bar is loaded. That is a no lift for Dominic Lorenzi. Michael Perez will follow. We begin round 3 squats on platform 1. We're going to need your help, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3 coming up. Michael Perez will start with 264. Aiden Collins just dunked a 5:18. Bar is loaded on 1. On 2, we go up to 5:18 for Liam Zuffaletti. Bar is loaded. Lifts are good on both platforms. Jackson Hinkst will follow on platform 2 at 5:23. That bar is loaded. Jaden Borja, the lifter, on 1 at 3:47. Bar is loaded, platform 1 for Jaden Borja. The lift for Jackson is good, 2-1. We begin round 3 on platform 2 with Faisal Amithan at 4:51. Jaden Borja squatted it so fast, if you blink, you missed him. It is a good lift. Jack Cook will be next on 1 at 4:07. Bar is loaded for Jack Cook on platform 1. Faisal fights through, stands up with 4:51. What an effort. In that lift is good. Give it up for Faisal Amithan. That is a no lift for Jack Cook. Somebody clap their hands for the A7 spotters unloaders. Miles Outlaw will follow on platform 1 at 4:40. Nicholas Smith, the lifter, on 2 at 4:57. Bar is loaded on platform 1. That is a no lift for Nick Smith, 2-1. Next lifter, Luke Dijon, platform 2, 463 final squat. for Luke. Three white lights for Miles Outlaw. Our next lifter, Hunter Rowe, platform 1. Bar is loaded at 440 pounds. He is from Kennesaw State University. That lift for Luke Dijon is good 2-1. Connor Barrett will follow at 474. Platform 2. Push it, Hunter. Push it, Hunter. You're up, Hunter. Stand up, Hunter. Give Hunter Rowe a nice round of applause. The lift is good. Jackson Lee, the next lifter on 1 at 446. Bar is loaded on 1. We are moving. Somebody clap their hands for Connor Barrett. Just about stood up. We now call Noah Heath to the bar. Onto it is loaded with 485. While Jackson Lee is the lifter on 1 at 446. The lift for Jackson Lee is good 2-1. Kwai Fan will be our next lifter on 1 from University of North Florida. Final squat 496. That is a no lift for Noah. However, it was a valiant effort. Our next lifter on 2, Daniel Jackson at 485 from St. Joseph's University. Kwai Fan calls St. Louis, Missouri home. That is a no lift 2-1. Dominic Lorenzi will be next on 1 at 507. Bar is loaded. Daniel Jackson, the lifter, on 2 at 485. That is a good lift for Daniel Jackson. Randall Delgado up next, platform 2. Final squat for Randall, 496. Bar is loaded on 2. Good lift 2-1 for Dominic Lorenzi. Cole Browder will now be the lifter on 1 at 507. Bar is loaded on 1. Randall Delgado needs this lift to stay in the meet. Let's get behind him. Gotta have it. Does he get the lift? Is it good? He is in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Randall Delgado. Good lift for Cole Browder, Greenville University. Dylan Sapp is the lifter on 2 at 501. Danny Hashimpur, the lifter, on 1 at 523. Bar is loaded on 1. Good lift for Dylan Sapp of Ottawa University, Kansas. Push it, Danny, push it. Somebody clap their mitts for Danny Hashampur. Gavin Stinson, now the lifter on 2 at 5:07. We are ready for Damien Cavalier, platform 1 at 3:36. Opening attempts, platform 1. Gavin Stinson, final squat 5:07. Put your hands together for Gavin Stinson, folks. Bar is loaded on 1, and on 2 we go to 5:18 for Jalen Dumas from Greenville University. Bar is loaded on 2. That is a good lift for Damien Kaivalay. Zachary Graham of Heston College will be next on 1 at 3:74. Bar is loaded on 1. Three white lights for Jalen Dumas, who skips off the platform. Liam Zuffaletti, now the lifter on 2 at 5:29. Bar is loaded. Ottawa University, Kansas, where are you? Beautiful squat by Zachary Graham. 3 white lights. Next up is Michael Alvarez. Platform 1. No lift for Liam. Give him a nice round of applause, folks. Take the bar on 2 to 5:34 for Aiden Collins. Bar is loaded, and on 1 we are loading 385 for Michael Alvarez. Bar is loaded. He is from University of Nevada, Reno. Powerful attempt from Michael Alvarez. It is a good lift, 3 white lights. Aiden Collins was a successful attempt. Jacob Ramirez, now the lifter on 1. Bar is loaded at 396. Jackson Hinks will be the lifter on 2 at 534. Jacob Ramirez is from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. That's an easy lift for Jacob Ramirez. Riley Poe will follow. Riley is from Greenville University. Bar is loaded on 1. Jackson Hink was coming up strong, just ran out of gas. We move on to Brandon Parker, platform 2, 407. Good lift for Riley Poe. Next lifter is Carlos Luimbez of Kennesaw State University. Opening squat for Carlos, 402. Platform 2, we need 407 for Brandon Parker. Bar is loaded on 2 for Brandon Parker of Grand Canyon University. That is a no lift for Carlos, 2-1. Noah Barboso is now the lifter on one from Indiana University. Opening squat 413. Good lift for Brandon Parker on two. Jaden Watson is now the lifter. Opening squat 468. He is from Heston College. Bar is loaded. Three white lights for Noah Barbosa. Richard Pham will follow of Ottawa University, Arizona. Opening squat 418. Bar is loaded. The lift for Jaden Watson is good, 2-1. Matthew Twist will follow. Platform 2, 474. He is from Grand Canyon University. Bar is loaded on two. Three white lights for Richard Pham. Dominic Salazar, now the lifter on one, opening at 440. He is from Cal State University, Fresno. He is a bulldog. Bar is loaded on one. Three white lights for Matthew Twist. Cade Bedell will be next. Representing University of Nevada, Reno, opening squat 485. Bar is loaded. Smooth opener for Dominic Salazar. We now call Diego Velasquez to platform one. Opening squat 446. He is from Cal State Fresno. Bar is loaded on one.
That is a no lift for Diego. Nicholas Martin Ricano will follow. Nicholas is opening at 451, and he is the property of Ottawa University, Kansas. Good lift for Vince Eveland on two. Bar is loaded on one, as well as two. Luke Mercado is a lifter on two at 518. That is a no lift for Nicholas on one and a good lift on two. Paris Acosta, now the lifter on one. Bar is loaded at 451. Terrence McCrae, bar is loaded on two at 518. Paris is a University of Nevada, Reno lifter. Terrence represents Georgia State University. Terrence snaps that right up. That is an easy attempt, almost laughable. Jordan Johnson will follow platform 2. Bar is loaded with 529. He is from the Ohio State University. Paris opener is good. Damien Caivale will be next at 358. Platform 1. We're into second attempts. Bar is loaded for Damien Caivale on 1 at 358. That was a way deep squat by Damien Caivale. However, it is a no lift. Michael Alvarez will be next on 1 at 402. Jordan Johnson gets all whites on 2. Silas Glazer, next lifter on 2 at 529. Bar is loaded. We are ready on both platforms. Silas Glazer represents Grand Canyon University. That is a good lift for Mike Alvarez, 2-1. We move on to Carlos Luembes of Kennesaw State University. Second attempt, 402, is loaded. Platform 1. Three white lights for Silas Glazer. He is in the game. Kindley Dill is our next lifter on platform 2 at 540. Zachary Graham is the lifter on 1 at 407. Previous lift was good. Kindley Dill is from Taylor, South Carolina. Bar is loaded on both platforms. Three white lights on both platforms. Alize Dempsey, now the lifter, on 2 at 551. Bar is loaded for Alize. He is from Topeka, Kansas, representing Ottawa University, Kansas. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jacob Ramirez from the University of Hawaii. That is a no lift for Alize Dempsey. Caden Brandenburg is next on 2. Good lift for Jacob Ramirez. Caden's opening squat, 562. Bar is loaded. We are ready on both platforms. Riley Poe is the lifter on 1. On 2, it's Caden Brandenburg of University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Riley Poe puts it in the basement The lift is good on both platforms. Richard Pham will be the lifter on 1 at 440. Mikael Anderson is now the lifter on 2 at a whopping 639. I said it correctly. For Mikael Anderson of Kennesaw State University. Bar is loaded on both platforms. That is a good lift for Rich Pham. Noah Barbosa will follow on platform 1 at 446. Bar is loaded on 1, while that was a good lift for Mikael Anderson on 2. We are ready for round 2 on platform 2. Brandon Parker starts us off at 429. Bar is loaded on 2. That is a good lift for Noah Barbosa. Diego Velasquez will be next on 1 at 446. No lift for Brandon Parker on 2. Bars loaded on 1. Matthew Twist is now the lifter on 2 at 496. Bar is loaded on 2, while that is a no lift on 1. We now call Nicholas Martin Ricano to the platform on 1, 451. Bar loaded on 1. Good lift for Nicholas Martin Ricano. Dominic Salazar will follow at 474. Matthew Twist is under the bar on 2 at 496. Bar is loaded on 1. Three white lights for Matthew Twist. We now call Jaden Watson to the platform on 2. Bar is loaded with 501 pounds. Three white lights for Dominic Salazar. It is good. We now go to 474 for Paris Acosta. Platform 1, bar is loaded. Good lift for Jaden Watson on 2. Cade Bedell will be next at 518. Bar is loaded on 2. That is a no lift for Paris Acosta. Damien Kaivale will be next on 1. Third attempt squat, 380. Vincent Evelyn, the lifter, on 2. Bar is loaded, 534. We are ready on platform 1 at 380 for Damien Kaivale. That is a good lift on both platforms. Luke Mercado is now the lifter on 2 at 545. Michael Alvarez is our lifter on 1 at 418. Bars loaded on both platforms. Three white lights for Luke Mercado. Alize Dempsey, now the lifter. Platform 2, 551 for Alize. Bars loaded. Good lift for Michael Alvarez on 1. Jacob Ramirez next. Bars loaded at 424. Platform 1. That is a good lift for Alize. Give it up for Jacob Ramirez. Tough fight right there. Silas Glazier, next lifter on 2 at 562. Bar is loaded for Silas. Carlos Wimbez is the next lifter on 1 at 429. Bar is loaded. The lift for Carlos is good. 3 white lights. Zachary Graham up next on 1. 451 for Zach. That is a good lift for Silas Glazier. Terrence McRae is next on 2. Bar loaded on 1. Bars loaded on 2 with 562. Give him a round of applause. We now call Riley Poe to platform 1. 457, final squat attempt for Riley. That is a good lift for Terrence McRae. Jordan Johnson up next. Platform 2, 573. Bar is loaded for Jordan Johnson. We are also loaded and ready on platform 1. That is an easy lift for Riley Poe and a good lift for Jordan Johnson. We now call Kendley Dill to platform 2 with 578. Bar is loaded on 1 for Diego Velasquez at 457. Diego stands up with the 457 but does not get the lights. 2-1. Hey, here he comes. Richard Pham. Bar is loaded on 1 at 463. Kendley Dill next is a good lift on 2. We're going to go up to 600 pounds for Caden Brandenburg, platform 2. Bar is loaded for Caden. Tremendous effort for Richard Pham. Not a bit of quit in that guy. 3 white lights. Nicholas Martin Ricano, next lifter on 1 at 474. Bar is loaded on 1. Good lift for Caden Brandenburg on 2. Folks, get the women and children off the street. Mikkel Anderson about to attempt a 672. You got to be kidding me. I got to get a closer look. Get the cameras out right now. 672 for Mikkel Anderson. You got to be kidding me. That is a good lick for Nicholas on 1. Noah Barbosa will be next at 474 on 1. Somebody clap their hands for that kid. 672. He blew it away. 3 white lights. We're going to strip it down for round 3 action over here. Brandon Parker will start us off at 429. Wow, that kid's strong. Noah Barbosa gets the lights on his final squat. Dominic Salazar, next lifter on 1 at 490. Nicholas Martin Ricano's lift was overturned. It was a good lift. It was a no lift. No lift for Nicholas Martin Ricano. It was overturned. Brandon Parker locks out of 429. It is good. Matthew Twist will follow at 512. Give Dominic Salazar a round of applause. Very close. Paris Acosta, next lifter on 1. Taking the quarter ton, 5:01 for a ride. Bar is loaded on 1 for Paris Acosta. Matthew Twist lift is good. Jaden Watson, next lifter on 2. Bar is loaded at 5:18. Paris Acosta just slammed a 5:01. It is good. 3 white lights. We're going to set up for the bench press on platform 1. We'll be right back. Right now we got Jaden Watson. Little stumble at 5:18. Give him a nice round of applause. Cade Bedell will be next on 2 at 5:29. That bar is loaded. Three white lights for Cade Bedell. Vincent Evelyn will be next on platform 2, 5:51. Bar is loaded. Vince Evelyn comes up with the 5:51, gets the lights. Luke Mercado will be next. 5:67 for Luke. Bar is loaded. That is a no lift for Luke. Alize Dempsey, next lifter, 5:73. Ottawa University, Kansas, you are up. Bar is loaded for Alize Dempsey, 5:73. Little bit of shake, rattle, and roll. Alize Dempsey stands up with 5:73, does not get the lights. Terrence McCrae will be next with a 5:84. Folks, if you like what you see, let them know it. Bar is loaded for Terrence. Terrence McRae just squeezed every bit of the toothpaste out of the tube. The lift is good. He didn't have anything left. Silas Glazer will be next. 595. Bar is loaded. The lift for Silas is good. Jordan Johnson will be next. Final squat for Jordan, 600 pounds. Bar is loaded for the lifter from The Ohio State University. Jordan Johnson does not get the lights, however, no shortage of strength there. Take it up to 6'11" for Caden Brandenburg. Bar is loaded with 6'11" for Caden Brandenburg. Down to our last 3 squats of the day. That is a no lift for Caden. Kindley Dill will be next. Also attempting 6'11". Bar is loaded for Kindley. Platform 1, we're about 2 minutes away. Platform 1, all hands on deck, please. That is a good final squat for Kindley Dill. We have reached our final squat of the day. Mikael Anderson of Kennesaw State University will be the lifter. Bar is loaded with 694 pounds for Mikael Anderson. Let's get behind him right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, baby, I think he's got it. He's certainly up. And it is good. Give him a round of applause. 694. At 226. Bar is loaded. That is a no lift for Michael Perez, 2-1, no lift. Christopher Tyra will follow at 242. Bars loaded. Three white lights for Christopher Tyra on his opener. Jackson Lee will follow at 253. Bar is loaded for Jackson Lee. Three white lights for Jackson Lee, tremendously efficient. Cole Browder will follow at 270. Bar is loaded. Easy lift for Cole Browder. Hunter Rowe will follow. Opening weight for Hunter, 281. Bars loaded, platform 1. on a 1. Bar is loaded on 2 for Aiden Collins, 242-pound opening bench. The lift is good for Kwai Fan. Jack Cook will follow. Second attempt benches underway, 209 pounds for Jack. Clock is running for Aiden Collins. A little over 20 seconds, Aiden. Three white lights for Aiden Collins. Jalen Dumas, now the lifter on 2 at 253. Perfect attempt for Jack Cook. Good lift. Jaden Borja will follow. Bar loaded on 1, 209. Smooth opener for Jalen Dumas. We now call Daniel Jackson to platform 2, opening up at 275. Good lift for Jaden Borja. Miles Outlaw, next lifter. Bar is loaded on 1, 214. Three white lights for Daniel Jackson. Connor Barrett will be next on 2. Opening weight 281 for Connor. That is a smooth opener for Miles Outlaw. Michael Perez is next. 226 pounds for Michael. Bar is loaded on 1. Three white lights for Connor Barrett. Luke Dijon, now the lifter on 2 at 286. Luke Dijon. Bar is loaded. That is a good opener for Mike Perez. Chris Fatira, next lifter on 1 at 264. Good lift for Luke Dijon on 2. Gavin Stinson is next. Bar loaded at 286 on 2. Bars loaded on 1 for Chris Tyra. Good lift for Gavin Stinson. Noah Heath will now be the lifter on 2 at 303. Bar is loaded. That is a no lift for Chris Tara. Jackson Lee up next on 1. Second attempt, 264. Bars loaded on 1. That is a good lift for Noah Heath. Jackson Hinks will be next on 2. Opening bench 308 for Jackson. Bar is loaded. Three white lights for Jackson Lee. Hunter Rowe will follow at 281. Platform 1, Hunter Rowe. Bar is loaded on 1. That is a no lift for Jackson. Faisal Almathan will be next at 314. Platform 2. Bar is loaded. Good lift for Hunter Rowe. Cole Browder, now the lifter. Second attempt for Cole, 292. Bar is loaded. Easy lift for Cole Browder. It is good. Faisal's opener is smooth. Dominic Lorenzi, now the lifter on 1 at 336. Bar loaded on 2 at 314 for Randall Delgado. We're ready on both platforms. That is a good lift for Dominic, 2-1. We now call Danny Hashampour to the stage, taking a 336 for his second. Nicholas Smith is now the lifter on 2 at 325. Bar is loaded on platform 1. The lift is good for Danny Hashampour. Our next lifter on one, Kwai Fan, taking 358. Nicholas Smith was good with 3 white lights. Bars loaded on one for Kwai Fan from St. Louis, Missouri. He goes to University of North Florida. Bar loaded for Dylan Sapp on 2 at 330. Good looking attempt for Kwai Fan. The judges concur. 3 white lights. Miles Outlaw will follow on 1 at 220. Bar is loaded on 1. Good lift for Dylan Sapp on 2. Liam Zuffoletti, now the lifter, on 2 at 341. Bar is loaded. We're into third attempts on platform 1. And the lift for Miles is a good one. Jack Cook, now the lifter. Final lift 226. Good opener for Liam Zuffoletti. We are ready on platform 1. Aiden Collins will start round 2 on platform 2 at 253. Bar is loaded on 2. Three white lights for Jack Cook. It is a perfect attempt. Jaden Borja, now the lifter on 1. Same weight, 226. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jaden. Jalen Dumas, the lifter on 2. Jalen is taking 275. Smooth lift for Jalen Dumas. Luke Dijon, now the lifter on 2 at 297. Jaden Borja grinds out a lift. It is good. Michael Perez is next on 1 at 242. Hey, don't forget about Top Set Media for all of your media needs. Top Set Media. Bar is loaded on 1. Luke Dijon hits the low gear, locks it out. It is good, 2-1. Just a bit much for Mike Perez. Give him a nice round of applause. Connor Barrett, next lifter, on 2 at 297. Bar is loaded. Christopher Tyra, now the lifter, on 1 at 264. Bar is loaded on 1. The lift for Connor is good. 3 white lights. Daniel Jackson, next lifter on 2. 297. Bar is loaded for Daniel Jackson. Chris Tyra's lift was good. Jackson Lee, now the lifter on 1. 275 for Jackson Lee. Bar is loaded on 1. Three white lights for Daniel Jackson of St. Joseph's University. Take it up to 303. Bar is loaded on 2 for Gavin Stinson. That is a good lift for Jackson Lee. Next lifter on 1, Hunter Rowe of Kennesaw State University. Good lift for Gavin Stinson. Jackson Hinkst will be next on 2 at 308. Bar loaded for Hunter Rowe on 1. Good lift on both platforms. Cole Browder will be the lifter on 1 at 319. Noah Heath is the lifter on 2. I will be your third to remember. Bar is loaded on 1. Somebody clap their hands for Cole Browder. We move on platform 1. We just need some lights for Cole. Dominic Lorenzi will follow at 347. Bar is loaded on 1. Noah Heath is the lifter on 2. That is a good lift for Noah Heath. Randall Delgado is next. No lift for Dominic Lorenzi. We now call Danny Hashamport to the stage. Bar is loaded on 1. That is a 3 white light lift for Randall Delgado. Faisal Almithan, now the lifter on 2 at 330. Lift is good for Danny Heshampour. We move on to 374, platform 1 for Kwai Fan. From the Gateway City, St. Louis, Missouri, bar is loaded. Took some effort, but Kwai locks it out. Faisal's lift is good, as is Kwai's. Dylan Sapp, now the lifter on 2 at 341. Bar is loaded. Michael Alvarez starts opening attempts on platform 1. Bar is loaded on 1. That's a no lift for Dylan Sapp. Our next lifter, Nicholas Smith, platform 2, 341. Good lift for Michael Alvarez on 1. Jacob Ramirez up next at 226. Bar is loaded on 1. Three white lights for Nicholas Smith. Liam Zuffoletti will be up next at 347, platform 2. That bar is loaded. That's a good opener for Jacob Ramirez. Richard Pham is the lifter on 1 at 231. Bar is loaded. That's a no lift for Liam. Aiden Collins is next at 270, platform 2. Bar is loaded on 2. Good lift on 1. Next up on 1, Carlos Luimbez at 237. Bar is loaded. That is a no lift for Aiden Collins. Jalen Dumas will follow on 2 at 286 pounds. That is a good lift for Carlos. 3 white lights. Diego Velasquez, the lifter on 1. Bar is loaded at 242. Ever so close. Give it up for Jalen Dumas. We now call Luke Dijon to the platform on 2. Good lift for Diego Velasquez. 303 is loaded and ready for Luke Dijon. Bar is loaded on 1 for Riley Poe at 248. Lifts are good on both platforms. Bar is loaded for Damian Kaivale on 1, 248. Bar is loaded for Connor Barroth on platform 2, 303 pounds. That is a good lift for Damian. Take the bar to 253 on platform 1 for Zachary Graham. That is a no lift for Connor Barroth on 2. Bar is loaded on 1 for Zach Graham. Bar is loaded at 308 for Gavin Stinson on platform 2. Gavin is from Carson Newman University in Tennessee. The lift is good. Tremendously tough fight, but he makes it. Take it up to 308 on platform 2 for Daniel Jackson. Good lift for Zach on 1. Dominic Salazar is now the lifter at 264, platform 1. Bar is loaded on both platforms. Three white lights for Daniel Jackson. The lift is good. On platform 2, our next lifter is Jackson Hingst. He will be attempting 319. That bar is loaded for Jackson. Good lift for Dominic Salazar. We move on to Paris Acosta in 264. Bar is loaded on platform 1. That is a good lift for Jackson Hinks, 2-1. Faisal Almithan will be next on platform 2 at 336. The lift for Paris is good. 3 white lights. Nicholas Martin Ricano will be next. 275. Bar is loaded, platform 1. Okay, bars loaded for Randall Delgado on platform 2 at 336. Nicholas Martin Rocano, the lift is good on 1. Noah Barbosa, next lifter on 1, 385, bar is loaded. That is not going to fly. Let's give it up for Randall Delgado. We now call Noah Heath to the stage. Bar is loaded at 336 pounds. Three white lights for Noah Barbosa. Mike Alvarez will be next at 237. Bar is loaded. Platform 1. That is a no lift for Noah Heath. Next lifter on 2, Dylan Sapp. Final bench press, 341 pounds. The lift for Mike Alvarez is good. Jacob Ramirez, next lifter on 1, 242. Bar is loaded, says Robert Keller. We are ready on platform 1 for Jacob Ramirez. Dylan Sapp is the lifter on 2. 341-pound final bench press. And as a no lift for Dylan. Nicholas Smith, next lifter on 2. Final bench 358. Good lift for Jacob Ramirez on 1. Richard Pham will be next. 248 pounds is loaded on 1. No lift for Nick Smith. We now call Luke Mercado to the stage. Platform 2, 275 pounds for Luke. The lift for Richard Pham is good, 2-1. Carlos Luembes is next, 248, platform 1. Bar is loaded on 1. 3 white lights for Luke Mercado. Next lifter on 2, Matthew Twist, 303 pounds. Good lift for Carlos. Diego Velasquez, now the lifter on 1 at 253. Bar is loaded. Yep. Good lift for Matt Twist. Bar is loaded on 2 for Brandon Parker, 308. That is a no lift for Diego Velasquez on 1. We move on to Damian Kaivale. Bar is loaded on 1 at 264. That is a good lift for Brandon Parker on 2. Jaden Watson will follow at 308. We need lights for Damian. There we go. Damian's lift is good, 2-1. Riley Poe, next lifter. Bar is loaded on 1 at 270 from Greenville University. The lift for Jaden Watson is good. We now call Cade Bedell to the platform. 314 opener for Cade. Bar is loaded on 2. Riley Poe's lift was good. Zach Graham is up next. Bar is loaded. 275 for Zach Graham. He is an equipped lifter, which is why he looks different in the shirt, lifting in the equipped division. Thank you. Mikael Anderson is the next lifter on 2. Bar is loaded at 319. Three white lights for Zach Graham of Heston College. Dominic Salazar, now the lifter on 1. Bar is loaded with 275. Smooth opener from Mikael Anderson. Silas Glazer, next lifter on 2. Silas Glazer, opening up at 319. Good lift for Dominic Salazar. We now call Nicholas Martin Ricano to the platform. Bar is loaded at 286, platform 1. That is a no lift for Silas Glazer, 2-1. Our next lifter is Caden Brandenburg, platform 2, 330 pounds. Bar is loaded on 2. The lift for Nicholas is good. Bar is loaded on 1 for Paris Acosta at 286 pounds. Three white lights for Caden Brandenburg. Alize Dempsey, now the lifter on 2. Bar is loaded at 336. The lift for Paris is good. 3 white lights. Loaded up to 407, platform 1 for Noah Barbosa. Good lift on 2 for Alize Dempsey. Bar is loaded on 1. Vince Evelyn, now the lifter on 2. Bar is loaded with 352 pounds. The lift for Noah Barbosa is good, 2-1. Jacob Ramirez, next lifter on 1 at 248. Three white lights for Vince Evelyn. Jordan Johnson, next lifter on 2 at 358, while the bar is loaded on 1 with 248 for Jacob Ramirez. That's not going to fly, Jacob. We will see him in the deadlift. Michael Alvarez, next lifter on 1 at 253 pounds. Good lift for Jordan Johnson on 2. Bar is loaded on 1. Kindley Dill is the lifter on 2 at 363. Strong looking attempt for Mike Alvarez. We're just waiting on some lights, camera, action. Nothing. There they are. Good lift for Michael Alvarez and a good lift for Kindley Dill. Bar is loaded for Richard Pham, platform 1, 253, while we are loaded on 2 for Terrence McCrae at 374. Somebody clap their hands for the A7 spotters and loaders. Fantastic work. Bar is loaded on 1 for Diego Velasquez at 253. The lifter on 2 is Luke Mercado at 297. Bars loaded both platforms. Clock is running for Diego Velasquez, platform 1. Hey, don't forget about Top Set Media for all of your media needs. Top Set Media for the best photos and video. Check them out online at topset.media. All right, Diego Velasquez is officially timed out. Our next lifter will be Carlos Luimbes, platform 1, 259-pound final bench press. Bar is loaded on 1. No lift for Luke Mercado. Brandon Parker, now the lifter at 314. Bar is loaded on 2. That's going to be a no lift for Brandon Parker. We now call Matthew Twist to the stage. Platform 2 would need 319 pounds loaded. I think somebody's a little fired up there. What did he say? What did he say? I don't know. That was a good lift on 1. We call Damian Kivale to the stage. Bar is loaded at 275. Matthew Twist is the lifter on 2, taking a second attempt at 319 pounds. That's a no lift for Matt Twist. Cade Bedell will follow, platform 2, 330 pounds for Cade. That's a no lift for Damian on 1. Dominic Salazar, now the lifter, 286 pounds. Bar is loaded on 1 for Dominic. Three white lights for Cade Bedell. Jaden Watson, now the lifter on 2. 330 pounds. Bar is loaded on 2. That is a good lift for Dominic Salazar. Jaden Watson is the lifter on 2. Bar loaded for Riley Poe on 1 at 292. The lift for Jaden Watson is good 2-1. Next up on 2, Silas Glazier. 336 pounds. That is a no lift for Riley. Paris Acosta, the next lifter on 1. 297 pounds. Bar is loaded. Good lift for Silas Glazier. Mikael Anderson, now the lifter on 2. We are loading 341 pounds for Mikael. No lift for Paris Acosta. Zach Graham will be next. 303 pound, third and final bench. Bar is loaded. That is an easy attempt for Mikael Anderson. Caden Brandenburg, now the lifter. Bar is loaded on 2 at 347. That's a no lift for Zach Graham. Nicholas Martin Ricano is next on 1. Caden Brandenburg's lift was good. Bar is loaded on 1 at 308 for Nicholas Martin Ricano. We have Ottawa University, Kansas, both platforms. Alize Dempsey is attempting 352. Nico Martin Ricano attempting 308. Alize Dempsey, that's got to be one of the longest attempts of the meet. No lift for Nico. On 1, we need 429 for Noah Barbosa. Bar is loaded on 1 and 2. Platform 2, we call Vincent Evelyn to the stage, attempting 374. That is a good lift for Vince Evelyn of the Ohio State University. Next lifter on 2, Jordan Johnson at 374. 3 white lights for Noah Barbosa. Michael Perez will be our first deadlifter in about 10 minutes. That is a good lift for Jordan Johnson. Kindley Dill will follow, taking 380 pounds from Taylor, South Carolina. That is a good lift for Kinley Dill, 2-1. Terrence McCrae, now the lifter, 396 pounds for Terrence. Bar is loaded for Terrence McCrae. Hey, don't forget to stop by the A7 booth in the back where we demand greatness. A7 for the best powerlifting products. Go see them on your way out. Good lift for Terrence McCrae. Luke Mercado is next. 297 pounds for Luke. Bar is loaded. Don't forget, tomorrow morning we will have the military, law enforcement, and firefighters division, 9 a.m. Somebody clap their hands for Luke Mercado. Matthew Twist is our next lifter, attempting 319. He is from Grand Canyon University. Bar is loaded for Matthew Twist. That is a no lift for Matt Twist. Cade Bedell will be next at 336 pounds. Bar is loaded. Want to take a second to thank our sponsors. Of course, our presenting sponsor, A7. Want to thank Eleco Barbell, outfitting the platforms in front and back. 8 platforms in back, all Eleco, top notch. Everything you see here is also in the back. Want to say thank you to Titan Support Systems. They have been around forever and have supported powerlifting from day one. 3 white lights for Cade Bedell. Jaden Watson, the next lifter, also taking 336. Bar is loaded. And thank you to Avances Footwear. Avances Footwear, the best shoes in powerlifting. Check them out. I want to say thank you to Signs RX. That is a no lift for Jaden Watson. Silas Glazier will be next from Grand Canyon University, taking 341. Bar is loaded. Want to give a shout out to Evolve. Evolve is the app that makes you stronger. And of course, A7, where we demand greatness. Robert Keller will be at the A7 booth after the event signing autographs. Be back there and meet up with your president. That is a no lift for Silas Glazier. Mikael Anderson is next at 352. Bar is loaded on to platform 1. We are about 2.5 minutes from beginning. That is a good lift for Mikael Anderson, 3 white lights. We move on to Caden Brandenburg at 358. Bar is loaded. Platform 1, we're less than 2 minutes away. All hands on deck. Platform 1. That is a no lift for Caden. No, but I do get a break, though, announcing one platform at a time. That is a no lift for Vince Evelyn. Kenley Dale will follow at 385. We are 20 seconds from starting on platform 1. Bar loaded on 2 for Kenley Dill. Bar is loaded for Mike Perez on platform 1 at 352. Easy lift for Mike Perez, but it is a good lift, 2-1. No lift for Kenley Dill. All right, bar is loaded for Jordan Johnson. Chris Tyra, the lifter, on 1. This is 391 for Jordan Johnson. Easy opener for Chris Tyra. It is good, as is Jordan Johnson's bench. 3 white lights. Terrence McCray, now the lifter on 2 at 407. Bar is loaded. Jaden Borja, the lifter on 1 at 391. That's an easy opener for Jaden. Miles Outlaw, next lifter on 1 at 396. No lift for Terrence McCray. We're going to set up for the deadlift on platform 2 and take a little break. Bar is loaded on 1 at 396. Good lift for Miles Outlaw. Hunter Rowe will follow, opening up at 396. Bar is loaded. Easy opener for Hunter Rowe. Jack Cook will follow at 418. Bar is loaded. Three white lights for Jack Cook. It is good. Jackson Lee is next at 474. This A7 spotter and loader crew are moving like an Indy pit crew. Bar is loaded. You all are killing it. Jackson Lee, that looked like a set of 10. Put some weight on the bar, Jackson. Bar is loaded for quite 5 at 485. Representing North Florida. Look at that double overhand grip from Jack Cook. Gotta love that. Jackson Lee, next lifter on 1 at 518. Nick Smith, the lift was good on 2. Luke Dijon will follow on 2 at 490. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jackson Lee. Folks, if you like what you see, let these kids know it. Get behind them, clap your hands. The more you do, the more they will do. Three white lights for Luke Dijon as well as Jackson Lee. Faisal Almethan, next lifter on 2 at 496. Kwai Fan, bar is loaded on 1 at 529. The lift for Kwai Fan is good. Danny Hashampour is our next lifter. We are loading 551 for Danny. That's 250 kilos. Bar is loaded. Good lift for Faisal Almethan. Connor Bagareth will follow. Bar is loaded on 2 at 496. Good lift for Danny Hashampour. The coach shows you how it's done. Dominic Lorenzi, next lifter on 1 at 562. Connor Barra, 3 white lights on 2. We're loaded on 1 with 562. Daniel Jackson, next lifter on 2 at 496. Bar is loaded. That is a good lift for Dominic Lorenzi. Cole Browder, come on down. You're the next contestant on the bend down and pick it up. 600-pound second attempt for Cole Browder. Bar is loaded. Smooth opening pull for Daniel Jackson. Jackson Hinkst will follow. Bar is loaded for the Thornton, Colorado native. Opening up at 501. Cole Browder's lift was good. Mike Perez up next at 380. That is a good lift for Jackson Hinkst. Aiden Collins, next lifter on 2 at 507. Bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Mike Perez. Somebody clap their hands for Aiden Collins. Gave it all he's got. He may be done. wasn't going to get that, but you almost have to give him another one, don't you?
Put that kid at the end of the round, give him another attempt.
All right, Michael Perez will be at the end of the round. He will be given another attempt. Dylan Sapp, the lifter, on 2 at 5:07. 3 white lights for Dylan Sapp. We need lights for Michael Perez. Jalen Dumas opens up strong. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jaden Borja at 4:24. Good lift for Randall Delgado. Jaden Borja locks out a 4:24. It is a good lift. He is running wild. Miles Outlaw, next lifter, on 1 at 4:40. Bar is loaded on 1. He got lucky that came off because he wasn't going to get that. Yeah. Good lift on 2. Noah Heath is up next at 5:23. Yeah, he had that little hitch going. That is a no lift for Miles Outlaw. Give him a round of applause. Christopher Tyra, next lifter, on 1 at 4:63. Bar is loaded on 1. That is a good lift for Noah Heath. 3 white lights. Take it up to 5:51 for Liam Zufaletti. Bar is loaded at 250 kilos. That's a no lift for Chris Tyra. Hunter Rowe will be next on platform 1 at 4:63. Liam Zufaletti's lift was good. We break it down for round 2 on platform 2. Nick Smith starts us off at 485. That is a good lift for Nick Smith. 3 white lights and Hunter Rowe. Aiden Collins will be next. Jack Cook is the lifter on 1 at 490. Bars loaded on both platforms. Aiden Collins taking 512. Jack Cook taking 490. Jack Cook just got real long, locked it out. That lift was good. Jackson Lee will be next at 562. Believe Aiden Collins is probably timing out. Bar is loaded for Jackson Lee. Luke Dijon is on deck, platform 2. It's an old Disney flick. It's fun. Any lifter should have seen that. They have a lifting contest. That's an Ola for Jackson Lee. We move on to Kwai Fan at 562. Good lift for Luke Dijon. We are loaded on 1. Jackson Hinkst is the next lifter on 2 at 529. No lift for Kwai Fan. Dominic Lorenzi will be next. 573 for Dominic. Bar is loaded. No lift for Jackson Hinkst. Faisal Almethan will follow platform 2 at 529. Faisal Almethan, bar is loaded. No lift for Dominic Lorenzi. Danny Hashimpur, next lifter, on 1 at 573. Bar is loaded on 1, while that was a good lift on 2. Dylan Sapp will follow on 2 at 529. Bar is loaded for Dylan Sapp at 529. Clap your hands for Danny Hashimpur. Give him a round of applause. Cole Browder will follow at 628. Bar is loaded on 1. Good lift on 2 for Dylan Sapp. Bar is loaded on 2 at 529 for Randall Delgado, Ottawa University, Kansas. Give it up for Cole Browder. He put everything into that one. That is a good lift for Randall Delgado. Michael Perez is the lifter on 1 at 380. Connor Barrett, the lifter on 2 at 540. Bar is loaded on 2. 540, Connor Barrett. And we are ready. Bar is loaded on 1 for Michael Perez. Good lift for Connor Barrett. Noah Heath is next on 2 at 540. That is a good lift for Michael Perez. Opening deadlifts begin for Flight B. Richard Fahm. Noah Heath is a lifter on 2 at 540. Bar is loaded on 1 for Rich Fahm. Lifts are good on both platforms. Platform 1, take the bar to 413 for Nicholas Martin-Ricano. Platform 2, we need 540 for Daniel Jackson. Bar is loaded on 1. Lifts are good on both platforms. We now call Riley Poe to platform 1, Jalen Dumas to platform 2. Riley is opening at 424. Jalen is attempting a 545. That is a good lift for Jalen Dumas. Gavin Stinson will be next. The lift for Riley is a smooth one. Please load the bar to 440 on platform 1 for Dominic Salazar. Bar is loaded on 2 for Gavin Stinson at 556. The lift for Gavin Stinson is good. We now call Liam Zuffoletti to the platform on 2. He'll be attempting 578. Bar is loaded for Liam. Three white lights for Dominic Salazar. Zachary Graham will follow on 1 from Heston College, 451. While that was a good lift for Liam Zuffoletti on 2, we move into third attempt deadlifts, platform 2. Nicholas Smith is the lifter. Final lift of his nationals, 501. That is a good lift for Zach Graham. Bar is loaded on 1 at 451 for Damian Kaivalet. Good lift for Damian. Michael Alvarez is next. Good lift for Nick Smith. Bar is loaded on 1 for Mike Alvarez at 463. Aiden Collins is our lifter on 2 at 512. Three white lights for Mike Alvarez. Carlos Luembes is our next lifter. Bar is loaded at 463, platform 1. Aiden Collins about to time out on platform 2. Dylan Sapp is on deck. Good lift for Carlos Luembes. Jacob Ramirez will be next. 474 opener. He is from the University of Hawaii. We are ready. Bar is loaded on 2 for Dylan Sapp. We are also loaded on 1. Dylan Sapp taking 540. That is a good lift for Jacob Ramirez. Diego Velasquez, next lifter on 1, 474. No lift for Dylan Sapp. Randall Delgado will follow at 540. That was an easy opener for Diego. 3 white lights. Paris Acosta will be next at 485. Bar is loaded on 1. And the lift is good for Randall Delgado. We now call Luke Dijon to the stage. Final deadlift, 545 for Luke Dijon. That is a good lift for Paris Acosta. Noah Barbosa, next lifter on 1 at 496. That is a no lift for Luke Dijon on 2. Please load the bar to 551 on 2. Bar is loaded on 1 at 496 for Noah Barbosa. We are ready on 2 for Noah Heath at 551. Three white lights for Noah Barbosa. Richard Pham, next lifter on 1, 418. We are ready for round 2. Bars loaded, platform 1, 418 for Richard Pham. That is a no lift for Noah Heath. Faisal Almithan will follow, platform 2, 556. Bar is loaded for Faisal. Good lift, 3 white lights for Richard Pham. We now call Nico Martin Ricano to the stage. He will attempt 435. He is from Ottawa University, Kansas. Bar is loaded on 1. That is a no lift for Faisal. Gavin Stinson will follow on 2. Good lift for Nico on 1. Take the bar to 573 on platform 2 for Gavin Stinson. It is loaded. Somebody clap their hands for Gavin Stinson. Give him a round of applause. Right now, we're loading the bar on 1 to 457 for Riley Poe. It is loaded. Next lifter, platform 2, is Connor Barrett at 573. Third and final attempt for Connor from Georgia Tech. Good lift for Riley Poe. Dominic Salazar, the lifter on 1 at 474. That is a no lift for Connor on 2. We now call Daniel Jackson to the platform. Third attempt deadlift, 573. Bar is loaded on both platforms. How you doing? Beautiful attempt for Daniel Jackson, 3 white lights. Please load the bar on platform 2 to 584 for Jalen Dumas. That is a good lift for Dominic Salazar on 1. Take it up to 485 for Zach Graham, platform 1. Bar is loaded on 2 for Jalen from Greenville University. Just got a little forward. Give it up for Jalen Dumas. Please load the bar to 589 for Liam Zuffaletti, platform 2. From Ottawa University, Kansas. Bar loaded on 2. Good lift on 1. Bar is loaded on 1 with 485. For Damian Kaivale, that is a no lift for Liam on 2. Take it down to 424 for Brandon Parker from Grand Canyon University. We're into Flight B on platform 2. Looks like it is a good attempt for Damian. Take it up to 490 on platform 1 for Michael Alvarez. Bar is loaded for Michael. Bar is loaded, platform 1. Three white lights for Brandon Parker. It is good. Take it up to 479 on platform 2 for Vincent Eveland. Michael Alvarez stands up with 490. It is a good lift. We remain at 490, platform 1. The bar is loaded for Carlos Luenbez. That is an easy opener for Vince Eveland. Platform 2, please load the bar to 485 from Matthew Twist. Perfect attempt for Carlos. We move up to 512 for Jacob Ramirez. Platform 1. Bar is loaded on 1 for Jacob Ramirez. 512 pounds. That is a smooth lift from Matthew Twist. We move up to 507 pounds on platform 2 for Alize Dempsey. That is a no lift for Jacob Ramirez. Paris Acosta will be next on 1. We are preparing 518 pounds. We are ready on platform 1. And the lift for Alize is good. 3 white lights. Cade Badell will follow. Platform 2, we're loading 518. Bar is loaded. That is a good lift for Paris Acosta. We move on to 518 for Diego Velasquez. We're loaded and ready on platform 1. Cade Badell snaps up a 518 opener. Tremendously easy. Our next lifter on platform 2 is Luke Mercado. Bar is loaded at 529. Diego Velasquez is nothing but white lights. Next up, platform 1, Noah Barbosa at 540 pounds. Bar is loaded on 1. Good lift for Luke Mercado, 3 white lights. We now call Jaden Watson to platform 2, attempting 545. That is another good lift for Noah Barbosa. Richard Pham will follow. We are loading 446 for Rich Pham. The lift for Jaden is good. Kinley Dill next on 2. Bar is loaded on 1. We are ready for Kinley Dill. Rich Pham of the Spirit finishes strong. Nico Martin Ricano up next. 463. Kenley Dill's lift is good. Jordan Johnson will be next. Bar is loaded on 1 for Nico Martin Ricano at 463. We are loaded on 2 at 562 for Jordan Johnson. Ran out of gas. Give it up for Nico Martin Ricano. Good lift for Jordan Johnson. Dominic Salazar, next lifter, on 1 at 496. Scratch that. It looks like it's going to be Zach Graham at 496. Looks like we had a change. Silas Glazier will be the lifter on 2 at 573. The lift for Zach Graham is good. 3 white lights. Dominic Salazar, now the lifter on 1 at 496. Bar is loaded on 1, while that was a good lift on 2 for Silas. Mikel Anderson is the lifter on 2 at 617. That bar is loaded for Mikel. Riley Poe attempting a 5-0. Dominic Salazar attempting a 501. It's up and it looks good. Indeed it is. Mikel Anderson's lift was also good. Terrence McCrae, now the lifter on 2. Bar is loaded at 496 for Riley Poe. That is a good lift for Terrence McCrae from Georgia State University. Take the bar up to 672 on platform 2 for Caden Brandenburg. Riley Poe's final attempt of the Nationals, 496. Lift was good for Riley Poe as well as Caden Brandenburg. Go to 507 for Carlos Huinbez, platform 1. Bar is loaded on 1. Brandon Parker, the lifter, on 2. 440. Give Carlos a nice round of applause. He put everything into that one. Please load the bar to 512 on platform 1. Our lifter is Jacob Ramirez. Brandon Parker's lift was good on 2. Vince Evelyn is now the lifter at 507, platform 2. Bar is loaded on 2 for Vince Evelyn. That is a no lift for Jacob Ramirez. Michael Alvarez will follow. Platform 1 at 518. Bar is loaded. That is a perfect attempt from Vince Evelyn. Matthew Twist, now the lifter at 518. Ever so close. Give it up for Michael Alvarez. Damian Kaivale is now the lifter on 1. Matthew Twist was good on 2. We are at 518 pounds on platform 1. The bar is loaded. Alize Dempsey will be the lifter on 2 at 529. The lift for Damian is good. That is a no lift for Alize. Paris Acosta now the lifter on 1 at 540. Cade Bedell the lifter on 2 at 545. Bars loaded on 1 and 2. Good lift for Cade Bedell. Luke Mercado will be next. That is also a good lift for Paris Acosta. Noah Barbosa will follow. Please load the bar on 1 to 573. Luke Mercado is attempting 567. Bars loaded both platforms. Lift is good for Luke Mercado. Jaden Watson will follow on platform 2 at 578. That lift for Noah Barbosa is good. We now call out Diego Velasquez, who will attempt 578. Platform 1. Jaden Watson, the lifter on 2. That lift is good. 3 white lights. Bar is loaded for Diego Velasquez. Platform 1. We're ready for Jordan Johnson on 2 at 595. Give him a round of applause, Diego Velasquez. Our next lifter on platform 1 is Riley Poe at 507. That is a no lift for Jordan Johnson.
Why is this guy getting a relift? Why is he getting a third attempt at 230? And why is he coming out of here for 230?
Kenley Dill is our lifter on platform 2 at 606. That is a no lift for Kenley. Silas Glazier will follow on platform 2 at 606. Bar is loaded. There is some discrepancy in the order that happened in round 2 on platform 1. We will get to the bottom of it for you. But right now, focus your attention on platform 2 for Silas Glazier of Grand Canyon University, attempting a 606. Attempting to move into 5th place with a 606 deadlift. Just was not to be. Mikael Anderson will follow, attempting 672. Mikael is your current leader in the 83 kilo raw division. A very deep division, I might add. Bar is loaded for Mikael Anderson. Mikael certainly had the power, missed it on a technicality, 2-1. Terrence McCrae, next lifter, 672. Terrence McCrae is now the lifter at 672. Snaps it right up. That just put him into 2nd place. Caden Brandenburg. Get this, ladies and gentlemen. Caden Brandenburg going to take a ride on a 727. This is an attempt to move from 3rd all the way up to 1st. Bar is loaded for Caden Brandenburg, University of Wisconsin, Whitewater. Huge attempt right here. This will put him into 1st place. Can it be done? I think Caden just answered it. The lift is good. Just pulled himself into the lead. We're going to strip it down for Round 3, Brandon Parker is the lifter from Grand Canyon University. 457 will be his final attempt of the Nationals. Don't forget to stop by the A7 booth on your way out. Bar is loaded. Brandon Parker, 457. Give him a round of applause. He had her moving. We now call to the stage Vincent Eveland, who will attempt a 523. Final attempt of Vince Eveland's Nationals. Bar is loaded. Check on him, make sure he's all right. Looks like he's going to be good. Give him a round of applause. Alize Dempsey will be next at 529. Okay, Riley Poe will be the lifter at 501. Alize Dempsey is the lifter with a 529 from Ottawa University, Kansas. That is a no lift for Alize Dempsey. Bar is loaded on platform 1 for Riley Poe. 501. Greenville University, let me hear you. Oh, baby, Riley Poe stands up with the 501 and gets the lights. It is a good lift. Matthew Twist is our lifter now on 2 at 540. That is a no lift for Matthew Twist of Grand Canyon University. Cade Bidell will follow at 567. Give Cade Bidell a nice round of applause. Jordan Johnson will follow, attempting 595. This will move him from 5th to 4th place. He represents, oh, hold up, we have a change. Luke Mercado is now the lifter. 589 is the weight. For those new to powerlifting, you can change your third attempt deadlift twice. Little strategy involved, jockeying for position. Bar is loaded for Luke Mercado at 589. That is a good lift for Luke Mercado. Now we need Jordan Johnson at 595. Bar is loaded. He represents the Ohio State University. This will move him from 5th to 4th. Just lost the handle on it. Give him a nice round of applause on the way out. We now call to the stage Silas Glazier, who will attempt 606 pounds. He will attempt to crack the top 5 with this deadlift. Bar is loaded for the Grand Canyon University lifter. Not having it. Somebody clap their hands for Silas Glazier. Please load the bar to 611 pounds for Jaden Watson of Heston College. Bar is loaded. Jaden will attempt to go from 9th up to 7th. That was an impressive deadlift right there. It is a good lift, 3 white lights. Please load the bar to 300 kilos, 661 pounds. Bar is loaded for Kenley Dill. He is attempting to make the podium. This is for the bronze medal right here. This deadlift is for some hardware. 661 for Kenley Dill. Let's get behind him, ladies and gentlemen. That was his attempt. Our next lifter is Mikael Anderson at 672. Mikael will attempt to move from 2nd back into 1st and take the lead. Bar is loaded. So this is for the gold right here from Kennesaw State University. Let's get behind your guy. For the gold. Folks, we've got a shootout. He just took the lead back, but guess what? It is not over yet. Terrence McCray going to take a 700. Terrence will attempt to move from third to second. Bar is loaded. This looks like a three-horse race. Georgia State University in the house. 700 pounds for Terrence McCray. Terrence McCray just moved from the bronze to the silver. Hold up, stop the presses, Mike Zielinski. That can't be right. We have a change. Caden Brandenburg is going to go to 733. Caden Brandenburg attempting to go from third into second. This is for the silver medal. Can he do it? 733. It's up and it is good. All right, don't go away. We're going to get some wars lined up. We will be back in a few moments.
Gathers himself, takes the knee. Big, big.